Nintendo announces the Nintendo 2DS, not to be confused with the 3DS, because this one's 2D instead of 3D. And everybody pretty much just shit the fucking bed. You pretty much had it cut right down the middle in warring factions. People saying, no, it's actually going to be a really good product, and other people saying, no, Nintendo's pretty much like the second coming of fucking Hitler, and they're going to come out with like new Super Nazi Brothers Babies old fucking Power Bombing Edition or some shit like that. Pretty much proclaiming that Nintendo is the fucking Antichrist of gaming because they made the Nintendo 2DS. I don't know how the fuck things got that extreme because they've come out with, you know, different iterations of things here and there throughout the entire history of the Game Boy lineup, but what the fuck ever. So I decided, naturally, I'm going to go and chime in with my 2 cents, because, you know, I have opinions and shit, and might as well share them on the interwebs. Here, I got YouTube. So, anyway, now, I want to go over the good aspects and the bad aspects of it, because there are good points to it, and there are bad points to it. So I'm not going to be on any side of anything, because I'll just be right in the middle while everybody's going at war. And again, just sitting back in like a fucking recliner or some shit with a beer, laughing my giggly ass off with a Hungry Man TV dinner on my lap, because that's how the fuck I cook. If it can't go in a microwave, I don't want to fucking eat it. Anyway, so let's talk about some of the good points of this. To begin with, number 1, the price. It's cheaper than the regular 3DS and obviously the 3DS XL. That's a good thing. If you're going to bring it out, and this is something that people are kind of like, it boasts less features, so why the fuck should I bother? It's cheaper. Right off the bat, there you go. Then, the whole slate design, I was looking at, I'm like, well, that's not bad considering this thing, it seems like it's pretty much being catered towards children. So it's one big solid design, meaning that they can't just snap this shit in fucking half. Which, you know damn well little kids will be like, I'm gonna open up my 3DS! That's not good. It's not supposed to flippity flop everywhere. It's, oh man, that's it's like limp-wristed action and shit like that. But oh well, shit's busted, and then the parents pretty much just want to uppercut the living fuck out of them to no goddamn end, rip out their spinal cord, and just start whipping them in the face with it. But you can't do anything like that because that's child abuse. But it's solid, you know. It can't break nearly as easy, so that's a good thing, I guess, right there. So, it's cheap, and it's pretty much being geared towards kids. The downsides, number 1, it's not that portable because you can't fit it into your pocket by any means. And if this is geared towards kids, then it most definitely isn't going to fit into their tiny-ass little pockets. Into a book bag, most definitely, or if they end up including, like, they showed off the video for it, and they had, like, this little carrying case and stuff with it, and they just slipped it right inside of there. If they include that with it, I think that would be a lot better of an idea. If I were Nintendo, I would include the carrying case and, I don't know, some screen protectors on there, because you know damn well if you're trying to be like, oh, we're gonna go and put this out for children, you want some screen protectors for that shit, because I swear to God, little kids somehow manage to have the nastiest, grimiest fucking hands in the entire world. And when they're just touching shit, you think it's bad when fucking, like, basement-dwelling fucking Cheeto-fingered motherfuckers are touching controllers and shit? No, children somehow, like, it's as if they just played in a fucking dumpster all day, and they just pulled their hands up out of a slop, and they're like, oh, electronics, yeah, I'll do this right here, and just I'll put in fucking, like, kitchen grease, there we go, oh. It's like, what the fuck are they doing with that? But, yeah, I would include it that way, and everything will be pretty fucking cool. The thing is, a lot of people are like, oh man, this thing, it's so fucking bad, I'll never buy it, but technically it's not for me and it's not for you. Like, if somebody said, Alpha, I'm gonna go get a 3DS, which version should I get? I'll just tell you flat out, go get the 3DS XL, because the bigger screens look a lot fucking nicer. If you need portability in mind, then just get the regular 3DS. If you got a little ass kid, like if you got like a 5 or 6 year old, I'll probably tell you to get the 2DS. Now, another one of the good points is that it lacks 3D altogether. Everybody already knows that, you know, whether you're a little ass kid or you're a full-grown ass fucking adult, having the 3D on all the time can fuck with your eyes, basically give you a headache or some shit. But little kids have developing eyes and stuff, so having something like that taken out altogether is pretty much a good thing, and it's a cost-effective measure for Nintendo, so, you know, they can go and produce this for a lot cheaper. And let's be frank, a lot of people don't even use the fucking 3D feature all that much. I, for one, used it when I first got them. It's like, oh, that's what it looks like. Alright, well, I don't need that because that gets on my nerves. And then I just went and played all my fucking games. It's like, look, I'm playing Shin Megami Tensei fucking Soul Hackers and shit. Do I really need 3D on? No, because it doesn't make that much of a fucking difference. Oh, I'm going to play Animal Crossing. Do I need 3D on? No, I really don't fucking need 3D on. Playing Kingdom Hearts? No, I don't need the fucking 3D on. Seriously, just stop it. But they have that feature taken out altogether. Personally, if I was going to do anything, if they said, well, we're going to go and consult this fucking random goofball right here, and we're going to have him go and design us a Nintendo 3DS. Well, if I did, I'd go and I'd swap out the circle pad and the D-pad. I'd switch places with them. On the other side, I would put another circle pad there, so you got 2 little circle pads, and that'd be fucking awesome right off the bat. You want to need the circle pad attachment pro, whatever the fuck. So, that'd be awesome. I'd go and get rid of the cameras, I'd get rid of the 3D gimmick to make the system a whole lot cheaper, and I make the screens nice and beefy. There you go. That'd be my design. Oh, and there'd be a matte finish inside and outside, and there you go. Oh, and naturally the screen protectors and shit, because I hate having to go and buy those things extra. Meanwhile, they're very fucking necessary. And especially like that bottom screen. Like if you're an owner of a Nintendo DS or a fucking DS Lite or anything like that, you know, after tons and tons of use with the stylus, that screen ends up looking like shit. Especially with some games, they're like, alright, go like this. And it's like, yeah, I'll totally do that to the screen. I'll fucking do that. And all of a sudden the screen's like, oh please, I'm dying. Why are you doing this to me? It's like, well, because the fucking game told me to. Well, oh well, now it looks like absolute fucking dog shit, but, you know, whatever. But if I want to go and design one, I'd do that. But everybody's pretty much just flipping their fucking lid about this. Meanwhile, sincerely, this is not going to be something that Nintendo's gearing up for you. It's supposed to be one solid, not nearly as breakable, little handheld machine that's cheaper, has features taken out which really aren't for little-ass kids, and it's meant for younger gamers. That's really all there is to it. So, yeah. There you go. So if you're a parent watching this, you might think, oh, wow, actually that really isn't all that bad when I think about it. Because nobody wants to invest in an expensive-ass handheld. Here's a Nintendo DS XL. Have fun with it, little Jimmy. And then little Jimmy takes it and snaps that bitch in half within fucking seconds. You're like, ha, 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 ha. Oh, my fucking wallet, man. And you don't want to go and take it back and just be like, you know, you're going into Walmart and you're just like, oh, it doesn't work. Meanwhile, they shake the box and it just sounds like a bunch of broken light bulbs and shit. And they're just like, huh, did it come like this? Oh yeah, totally. Nintendo's sending it out like that. That's fucking wacky. I know that it just sounds like there's a bunch of change in there, but you just take it back before I flip the fuck out. And you don't want me to flip the fuck out. I spend a lot of good money here. And then all of a sudden everybody in line's like, oh shit, pull out your phone and start recording. So anyway, people of Walmart.com will get another video of somebody flipping out, and the world will be a funnier place. But there you go. That's pretty much the Nintendo 2DS. It doesn't have 3D in it. Actually, you know what? Here, I'll name off one other thing that I think will kind of fuck with it. Is considering the fact that this will be coming out very soon. As a matter of fact, this will be coming out around time that new Pokemon games will be released, which there's no coincidence there or anything. But whenever they had announced the name Nintendo 2DS, obviously because it doesn't have the 3D aspect to it, I think that this might be something that's going to confuse the ever-living shit out of the everyday, regular fucking consumer. You know, the parent that's trying to go and pick up something for their kid. You know, in the video, Nintendo goes and explains, this can play all of your 3DS games and all of your regular DS games. And they basically have to explain to you something that has been around for quite a few years, and they have to tell you what it's going to do. And if they have to go and tell you that this machine actually does all the same things that the regular 3DS does, that's not going to be the easiest thing for most people to do, because keep in mind that you, me, and everybody else out there that's watching us or even knows about this kind of news, you know, we're in the know. We're in the fucking circle. We know about this kind of shit. This is common sense to us. But considering the consumers that they're going after, this could be confusing to them just because of the name alone. So then they're going to have to go and ask people and get informed. And you need to be able to make sales right off the bat. They need to go in a store, bam, pick it up, and fucking leave. And that's really about it. So So they need to be educated about that, and again, the name can go and fuck with them, because think about it, it goes from a 3DS to a 2DS, and I'm like, well, what does that mean? Is this like a new version? Is it a new system altogether? Do I have to get new games? Where are the Nintendo 2DS games? And anybody who works in a game store, you know you're going to get a lot of fucking stupid-ass questions like that. And to us, they are really fucking stupid, but they don't know any better. So there's going to be that. It's the same exact thing that's happened with the Wii. People are like, oh man, the Wii U, so is that just like a different version of the Nintendo Wii? And it's like, no, it's a brand new console. Well, what do you mean? I mean, there's a slim Xbox 360. Is that a new set? And it's like, oh my fucking god. And you know, and it'll get frustrating, but again, that you gotta fucking educate your fan base before releasing something like this, so hopefully that doesn't go and bite them in the ass. But either way, I don't really see the big deal, personally. I don't really give a shit. I'm not personally going to buy one because, again, it's not for me. Does it look like it'd be something good for a little kid? Most fucking definitely. So, there you go. It's for kids. Unless you're, like, within fucking grade school watching this, chances are it's not really for you. Unless you're, like, a hardcore fucking collector, then by all means, go out and get it. And, there you go. Thumbs up to that. So, anyway. Now that I've went and said my 2 cents, I'm sure everybody's going to argue, it's a piece of shit, no, it fucking sucks. Actually, Nintendo is the greatest fucking company in the entire world, and you're all mentally disabled for even thinking otherwise. And, again, it's just worrying fucking factions, but who really fucking gives a shit? Like I said, it's for kids. There you go. That's pretty much it. Do you need fucking Fisher Price slapped right onto the fucking front of it to be able to get this point across? You know, do you need a big fucking sign that's like for ages 8 and younger or some shit like that? Anyway, so, this is AlphaOmegaSin, as always. Nerds, nerdettes, and gamers, game the fuck on. And listen to death, because all of us gotta scream bloody gore.